Very good club, and it starts with the best hitter, perhaps the American League, in each row.
First pitch is outside. That start was on August 8th in Kansas City.
I'm glad Mortensen didn't throw him a first pitch groove fastball. He might have been swinging from his heels,
no question,
going for the downs.
Hairston racing back, still going back, and he reaches up right at the last minute and makes the catch. So a well-struck ball, but into the glove of Hairston.
Good to see Scotty back after a couple of days off, resting the quad injury. But Ichiro, good opposite field power. You have to play him a little bit of shallow defense from the opposite side, which would be left field. So Hairston's got to get a good jump on the ball, going back, tracking it, and keeping Ichiro off the base, and that's always a good way to start the game.
Strike two, Franklin Gutierrez. Gutierrez, 289 with 15 homers and 56 runs batted in. And he went after the bunt, says Ted Barrett.
Well, Gutierrez liked so much last night bunting with the bases loaded, he thought he'd try tonight in the first at bat. Watch the bat if he just jabs at it, which he did. Pitch in the dirt. But all he had to do from the bunting standpoint is jab towards the pitcher, and it's called a strike.
No swing that time. So 1-2 to Gutierrez. Mariners won the game last night 7-4. Mariners had the 7 runs, 10 hits. They had a couple of doubles and 3 home runs in the ball game. Gutierrez hit one of those 3. Ellis out, Davis in. Mark Ellis turns around and makes the catch.
2 pretty good plays defensively to start the game for the A's. Not a particularly easy play for a second baseman or infielder to start backpedaling into the outfield. Rajay Davis, no chance for him to get to it. So Mark Ellis showing his great range, as did Scott Hairston against Ichiro.
So 2 outs for Jose Lopez. Lopez settling into that 3rd spot in the Mariners lineup. 20 homers, 80 RBIs, and a .264 average. Last year, 89 RBIs for Lopez. Good spot. Right in the outside corner from Mortensen. 0-2.
Well, Mortensen has a 2-seam fastball, and it's a perfect place to start it outside and bring it back over the outside corner, especially to the tough right-handers.
Grounded toward Pennington. It's a nice hop, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down inning for Clayton Mortensen. He gets Ichiro, Gutierrez, and Lopez. No score, bottom of the first. Here's the A's lineup brought to you by McDonald's. Kennedy, Davis, Suzuki, Hairston, Garcia, Parra, Ellis, Crosby, Sweeney, and Pennington. So Ryan Roland Smith to the mound for the Seattle Mariners. And the first pitch up and in to Kennedy. Kennedy 280, 10 home runs and 50 runs batted in. The A's last night had the 4 runs and 9 hits. They had 8 singles and a home run. Stole a couple bases. They struck out 10 times. And they left 10 runners on base. They had opportunities. Bit inside, 3-1 to Kennedy.
Roland Smith is not overpowering with his fastball. He'll top out in the low 90s. Just tries to work both sides of the plate. Complements a fastball with a curveball, slider, and changeup.
It's high, ball 4. Defensive lineup for the Seattle Mariners.
Batting in the second position, center
Paul
fielder,
Gutierrez Suzuki in the outfield. Beltre,
Davis.
Jack Wilson, Lopez Carp on the infield. Joe Jima the catcher, and 26-year-old Ryan Roland Smith on the mound.
A couple of no decisions against the Athletics in 2 starts. This will be his 10th start on the season. Back and forth AAA and the Mariners, but 3 1/3 on April the 10th and August the 25th at home. 6 1/3 innings. No walks in that game. And he walks Adam Kennedy, the first batter tonight. Take advantage early if you can. There are the numbers.
That first start, Ray, he left the game with the injury. That put him on the disabled list for quite a while. His last start was Sunday, and it was against the Kansas City Royals, and he pitched pretty well. He went 8 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. Unfortunately, he met up with Mr. Greinke, who threw a 1-hitter, and the Royals won the game 3-0. So Ryan Roland Smith took the loss. Rajai Davis, 301 the batting average, with 3 homers and 34 runs batted in. The young lady made the play. Saw some food falling down. That's all right. You can always get a hot dog. You cannot.
Well, I think if you're going for a ball and you drop your food, you should be replaced.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You know, just, hey, you made a nice play. I don't think you're ever in Baltimore. Rex Barney was PA announcer there. But what a great fan to make a play, and you can hear Rex come on the PA. Give that fan a contract. Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh, man. Rajai, kind of an emergency swing, and he fouls it back, hanging in there. The count 1-2. Smith is a big guy, 6'3", 240 pounds, and he's from Australia. Signed as a free agent back in 2000. Davis reaches for it and pops it up. It'll be the first baseman Mike Carp who makes the play.
From down under,
Batting in the third position,
Australia, one of 17 pitchers to pitch in the majors from Australia.
Kurt Suzuki.
Silver medal winner, and I think he's the only hyphenated pitcher in baseball.
I think so, yeah.
Only pitcher ever.
I think it's in the history of baseball.
Right. Crocodile Dundee. Well, you always think of Australia, you think of Crocodile.
Yeah, he was the man. Kurt Suzuki, 273 with 11 homers and 65 runs batted.
Well, Kurt Suzuki and Jack Huss are really pleased with the new bats, the maple bats they're using. Shiny, good wood.
So they look good. They feel good.
Let's hope to get good results.
What more do you want?
So that's the main thing. And that's when you just put it in your trophy room. Get a home run and hang it up. It's like Ichiro.
That's right. Lopez out. Ichiro in, and Ichiro will make the catch. And that's the second out.
He'll have another Gold Glove on his mantle after this year. Maybe another batting championship.
Left fielder, number 12, Scott Hairston.
So Scott Hairston will hit. Here's Scott Hairston feeling a little bit better back in the lineup. Fastball for a strike.
Hardest thing for a player, number one, is to try to play hurt, but also to try to let the proper personnel know that you need a day, maybe need a couple of days to get the injured part of your body back to where you can play. You never want to try to play through an injury because, one, you really can't perform like you normally would be performing and take a chance of hurting it even more. And I'd say pretty much the case is for Scott Hairston and a quad injury. They just have to wait till the season's over and have it ready to go next spring. Take that much time. Oh, he's got the network.
He's got the network, yeah. He's going to be okay with the network.
Ichiro got a smile on the man.
And they're all watching him.
That's right.
That's a good one.
Well, that's why he's got all those Emmy Awards, right?
Yeah. With a little help from our cameramen.
Oh, yeah.
And women.
Even Mikey, huh?
Yeah, Mikey's got a jacket on today. He's put the guns away for the night. Oh, we're teasing our good friend, Mike Ratus, who's been a terrific cameraman in the Bay Area since 1927. He's been doing cameras.
Even before television started, huh?
He was the inventor. It's fun having him right next to us. We can laugh. We can have a good time with him. But the reason we're joking around is last night it was a pretty hot night, and Mike had the muscle shirt on. And he's a big, strong guy. And right next to me, I got this giant bicep that, you know, it's like, man, it's a three-man booth. You, me, and Mike's bicep. So we were teasing him about it. Swing and a miss on 3-2. Hairston strikes out on a pitch that was up and away, and the A's do not score. We're headed to the second inning. No score. A's and Mariners.
You can get. You got cap. You got nice blanket. You could also get a team photo. The last series of the year is with the Angels starting Friday, October the 2nd. First pitch that night, 7:05, and 10,000 fans will receive a 2009 A's team photos brought to you by Comerica Bank. The tickets online at oaklandathletics.com or call 877-493-BALL. When I was growing up, I always wanted a team photo. I wanted a banner, you know?
Yeah.
Banner of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Bennington stays with it, throws out Mike Sweeney. Yeah, I had a thing for the plastic batting helmet.
Man.
Batting in the 5th position.
I used to go to County Stadium and just stare at them.
Number 29.
Wishing I could have all of them.
Beltran.
My dad would say, don't even think about it. You know, the ones that had the adjustable plastic in the inside.
Exactly.
Make it fit your head. Oh.
The better ones are the ones that don't have the insert in it where you could adjust them and have ice cream in them.
That's right.
We got some dibs tonight, huh?
Yeah.
So got in the concourse?
We got dibs from a gentleman by the name of Justin Sweet from Santa Rosa who bought some for us and had them sent up. How awesome is that? Kennedy, a nice play to his left, throws out Beltran.
Well, this is one of the 2-run home runs. Will Hall off of Brett Tomko. 3 2-run home runs, and that was it.
Left fielder, number 3.
That's all the Mariners needed to win 7-4. Not to mention a suicide squeeze with the bases loaded. So a big thanks to
Justin Sweet, Santa Rosa, and it sounds like he's a Tommy Everidge fan. He says, "Go Tommy time" from the 707. So Justin, thank you very much for the dibs. You sent up a couple cartons of them, and we very much appreciate that, and we will enjoy them. It's very kind. Thank you.
And we don't mind if you send up dibs or Kinder's Barbecue or Chef Rodney with some sliders.
We won't mention your name.
Has Mikey been up here when the sliders, or is it Marty? Mike said no, always Marty.
Marty, yeah.
Where you gonna be up here all weekend, Mike? I have to talk to Chef. Sunday would be a good day, wouldn't it?
With barbecue in the booth. Good off-speed pitch from Mortensen, and he's ahead in the count 1-2 to Bill Hall.
Well, he had the 5 strikeouts against the Royals in the first 2 innings. In tonight's game, he has 3 ground ball outs and 2 fly ball outs so far. No strikeouts, but some good swing and misses from the Mariners to help him.
Line drive, Hairston over, and he's not going to be able to get it. It bounces by him. And Bill Hall's going to have a double. I think Hairston hesitated just a little bit on that ball.
It's really a ball you can go for because it's going to be a double if it does get by. The sinking fastball was left up, and it doesn't sink when it's belt high. Hairston just could not quite get to it, and it might have been a little bit of the quad injury slowing him down. That last little effort to get the ball might be just enough to tweak it again.
So the 2-out double for Hall, and that'll bring up Mike Carp. Carp had a couple of hits last night. A single and a double. The double was the first of his career. Just a bit off the plate. Two and 0. Calling balls and strikes tonight is James Hoy. Ted Barrett is at first, and Ted Barrett is the crew chief. Jim Reynolds at second, and Bill Welke is at third.
Means in a 4-man series, all 4 we got an opportunity to umpire behind the plate. We'll get a chance to see all 4 in their setups behind the plate, as we saw with Bill Welke last night.
Well, here in Oakland, you usually don't have to worry about looking at the schedule. Seeing if you have the day game, it's usually pretty nice weather, even during the day. If it's hot, it's not going to be too terribly hot.
Ben Mazzaro leaning forward and talking or sitting next to the other starting pitchers, scheduled to pitch tonight, but right shoulder tendonitis, so a scratch of Ben Mazzaro.
Pitches high, a 4-pitch walk to Mike Carp.
But not too bad of a walk. First base open, and instead of giving in to him, does have Jojima coming up, but he is very aggressive, so he's the type of hitter that might get him to swing at a bad pitch and get the third out of the inning.
Now, Ray talked about Mazzaro. Obviously, the A's will be very careful with the little bit of tendonitis he has in that shoulder. Not exactly sure when he will pitch again, but could be he just misses a turn. We will see. But obviously, they will watch it very closely.
And if necessary, shut him down for the season and not be a big problem. You know, no reason to force anybody to play or pitch at this time of the year. They've seen enough of what Vin Mazzaro can do.
Well, Mazzaro, 91 big league innings. A little over 50 minor league innings this year.
Gio gets to get started in the series.
2-0 to Jojima. The walks were a little bit of a problem for Mortensen in that start in Kansas City. As Ray mentioned, he got off to the good start first couple innings, but he ended up walking 3. And he kind of got away from the strike zone, and it cost him. Gave up a couple of home runs in that game. Mike Jacobs and Miguel Olivo hit home runs. He ended up giving up 8 earned runs in the 4 innings.
Which means any kind of success tonight, and his ERA drops rapidly.
Mortensen's total minor league numbers this year: 23 starts, 9-8 with a 4.39 ERA. Sacramento and Memphis. Memphis, of course, the minor league affiliates for the St. Louis Cardinals. Three and 1. Hall and Carp are the runners. And there's a walk. So after the first 2 outs, a couple of ground ball outs, a double, and then a pair of walks.
Well, and those first 2 ground ball outs came on a total of 3 pitches. Sweeney and Beltre grounding out. So perhaps Kurt Young has seen something that Mortensen is doing, and this is where you get the good pitching coaches, and Kurt Young in that category to be able to detect something the pitcher might be doing, go out and try to correct it. Better to correct it now, especially in this bases loaded situation, instead of having to wait.
Running in the 9th position, shortstop, number 9, Jack Wilson.
It'll be Jack Wilson stepping in. Wilson was 1 for 3 with a sacrifice last night. That one runs inside.
And Mortensen going out of the windup with the bases loaded. Most times you see pitchers will stay in the stretch. And I would think he feels more comfortable because he got 5 quick outs pitching out of the windup.
That one catches the inside corner. Same type of movement, but he was able to keep that one in the strike zone. 2 outs. Runners are ready to take off on the crack of the bat. Bounced up the middle, and that's going to get through into center field for a base hit, and that's going to bring home a pair of Mariners, and Seattle takes a 2-0 lead. Jack Wilson goes right back up the middle.
Number 51.
He got the ground ball he's looking for. Unfortunately, right back up the middle and hit hard enough, and actually, how did it miss him? As Mortensen followed through, and you'll see his kind of like the left-hander Jared Blevins, or the right-handed Blevins. Tall frame, but
now you got to face Ichiro. A pitch down and away. You see the movement on his ball. Really running down and into right-handers, down and away to left-handers.
And how about down the middle of the plate? Yeah. Down the middle of the plate and let the movement keep it in the strike zone.
Grounded foul. 2-1 the count. 221 career hits against the A's for Ichiro.
Well, Hall of Famer Carew, Brett, Yount, and Ripken. Garrett Anderson still playing in the National League.
Outside. This year, Ichiro is 14 for 34 against the Athletics.
Well, one thing for sure, it's very tough to walk Ichiro.
And that one called a strike. Mortensen got a little help there from James Hoy.
Kurt Suzuki kept it close to the strike zone, but there's a similar angle that we saw last night with Bill Walke.
Well, how about that? Pitch was up around the eyes of Ichiro, and he slaps it to left field for an RBI single. Unbelievable. Ray just said he's a tough guy to walk, and that pitch was probably 1.5 feet outside. 3-0 Seattle.
But you look at his walk totals, and he knows he can't get to 200 hits by walking. Got on top of a pitch that was shoulder high. He can take him off the ground. He can take him from his head, as high as his head.
Well, he's now 10 hits away from 200 for this season, and 5 hits away from 2,000 in his career with the Mariners. So 3-0 Seattle. All the runs coming after 2 are out. Here's Gutierrez. A double, a walk, a single, and a single.
This is where it's disappointing and frustrating. It makes it look so easy at the first 5 batters.
Much like the first start in Kansas City.
But the difference, and we talked about, we saw the 5 strikeouts all on bad pitches.
Yeah.
Tonight, the Mariners, normally a very aggressive club, but they're being very patient tonight, as they were last night.
Brad Kilby starts to loosen up. A base hit to left field, a line shot by Gutierrez. Wilson comes in to score. 4-0. Gutierrez gets his 57th RBI.
Number 4, Jose Lopez.
That was right in the hit me zone.
Yeah, and Gutierrez, a very short stride. Pitch was up, and pretty much now the hitter's sitting fastball, especially showing the patience and not swinging at his slider.
Jose Lopez steps in. On the outside corner for a strike. Lopez grounded to short to end the first inning. That's on top of that one and rolls a foul. Ryan Rowland-Smith, the starter, has runs to work with. And that's a line drive, but it goes into the glove of Adam Kennedy, side retired. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Mariners. Bottom of the second coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Pepsi
That green cowboy hat?
Yeah. Is that the one you wore?
Yep. Going to Baltimore after game 2 of the playoffs against the Orioles. All the players and coaches and managers are green cowboy hats. Still have mine.
Do you have a picture of you in that green cowboy hat? Because if you do, I'd like to see it.
I don't think I want to show it to you if I do have it.
Well, we got you with the sombrero on here in the booth. Yeah, we like that picture. That's my partner, Ray Fosse. Omar pops one just to our right. Foul. I like it. That's got spring training written all over it. Right?
Does. You're pounds too.
Lopez out, Ichiro in, and Ichiro will call off Lopez. And that's the first down. Subway Eat Fresh asked Glenn and Ray question. Comes from Kelly, who lives in Spreckles. Good question, Kelly. We like it. Where is the overhead camera located? We talk about it a lot, obviously. I was looking for it, but could not find it. All right, it's the camera we call Tommy Cam. We'll tell you why we call it Tommy Cam in a moment.
The great thing about this camera, the high home over the top, it's a direct shot to home plate. That angle you're looking at, this is coming from kind of right center, left center, actually this one is. And so you're getting a different angle. You cannot have the camera people set up straight away. So here's the camera right up there. Right there it is. So that shoot, as Mike said, it's locked down. It's locked down right on home plate. So you get the perfect view of the home plate area.
And it's there sometimes, and then occasionally it's down just a shade further and actually right in our booth. But basically the same angle, just down maybe 10 feet or so. So you would be right next to Mike Ratus, our camera.
Right up in there, robotic, where it's Big Brother always watching us.
It sure is.
That's a great shot.
It is.
Jim Scandal was talking about it last night when Mark Ellis was called out on a pitch 6 inches outside, and we were able to show exactly why that was the case.
2-2 to Ellis. And it's named after our director, Tom Adza, who's been directing A's games for a very long time, and he's terrific. So we figured, why not name it after Tom? So it's Tommy Cam. Hit hard to Beltre. Beltre throws high, but Cart makes a nice play coming off the bag.
Well, last night, the angle of Bill Walke and where this pitch is outside here, a little bit off the plate, but the angle and the pitch, that's the difference. And Mark Ellis said no, Bill Walke said yes, and Tommy Cam showed just a little bit outside. It's one of the Walke brothers.
One and one to Bobby Crosby. I'll be back off the disabled list. That happened on Tuesday. And this is his first action since coming back. Crosby playing first base tonight. Beltre behind the bag. What a play. Wow.
That's a good glover.
That is a terrific play by Adrian Beltre. Nothing for the A's in the bottom of the second.
Every time the A's win, Wells Fargo.
California is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The teriyaki $6 burger with grilled pineapple is back at Carl's Jr. Top of the third inning, and the Mariners will lead things off with Mike Sweeney. Sweeney, Beltre, Hall. 4-0 Seattle. All 4 runs coming after 2 are out in the second inning. It's a frustrating inning for Clayton Mortensen, and he's back to work facing Sweeney. Sweeney led off that second inning by grounding out to short. This one moves Kennedy to his left, and that's the first down.
Adrian Beltre, Gold Glove winner last couple of years, and this is one of the reasons why. Back pedals, backhands, and then a very quick, accurate throw across the diamond to get Bobby Crosby. Bobby has gotten by with extra bases, but Beltre just flipped it across. The accuracy is unbelievable. Very strong arm, very quick. Eric Chavez, one of the disabled list. Beltre stepped in, won a couple of Gold Gloves.
And deservedly so.
Xavi back and getting back in the Gold Glove frame of mind.
Beltre, he's a terrific fielder, and his style is different than anybody else's, and that makes him kind of fun to watch. You saw it the way he throws the ball over to first. He gets drilled there by Mortensen. Beltre will head to first with 1 out.
Running fastball, running a little bit too much.
Number 3,
Suzuki inside corner, and that'll be really close.
This ball has a lot of movement.
Carry that shin guard right up to his backside.
So Bill Hall steps in. Hall, a double and a run scored in the second inning. Slider in for a strike. So Hall, 3 hits in the series, a homer, a double. He scored 3 runs. This is just the second game of the series.
Well, with the 2-seam fastball, the sinker, the ground ball is that Mortensen's got tonight. This is what he's looking for as he continues to pitch and trying to get the sinker to work where Trevor Cahill, you get ground ball outs, get double plays in this situation.
Swing and a miss. It's Hall way out in front. 1-2 the count. Beltre will steal a base. He's got 10 on the year, although just back from the disabled list, he may not be in any big hurry to take off. Ball checks his swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. So that's a strikeout. Ted Barrett brings him up. First strikeout for Mortensen.
Hall doesn't think so. This is what Ted Barrett saw.
That's a strike.
That is a strike. Check swing, the appeal by the home plate umpire, and well, it's a nice sequence there. Check swing, home plate, first base, sit down.
So 2 outs for Mike Carp. Carp had a 4-pitch walk in that second inning. shot to right field. Sweeney back, reaches up and makes the catch. Another nice play defensively by Ryan Sweeney. Bottom of the third, coming up 4-0 Seattle. Breast cancer awareness caps and pins are now available for purchase at A's home games behind section 120. Special thanks to Ultimate Summit Medical Center, Comcast, and Comerica Bank for supporting this day benefiting breast cancer research and education. For tickets and information, go to oaklandathletics.com. Again, that is tomorrow. Start time tomorrow will be 6:05. So that's always a special day for the A's organization. Many people. Ryan Sweeney to lead it off. Sweeney, Pennington, and Kennedy. One and two to Sweeney. We talked about Ryan Sweeney's defense. We showed you those highlights in the open of our show. All those highlights, and there was about 6 of them, were all against the Seattle Mariners this year. So Don Wakamatsu's gonna, he may have a Gold Glove vote for Ryan Sweeney. Right center, up the alley, and it bounces up and over the wall. Sweeney with a double. We also talked about how we're starting to see more of that from Ryan Sweeney.
Well, especially against a left-hander. Staying on it, and Judgment set up kind of towards the middle, pitches inside, and Ryan Sweeney, he's going to be a power hitter, there's no doubt. Very quick bat, and still just his second year, and this ball jumps the wall out over the high-definition Comcast Sportsnet California sign in right center. I always like to shoot those. But how about the plays he made against the Tampa Bay Rays?
Yeah.
Left center, saving a game. The Texas Rangers over the fence, Ian Kinsler robbing him center field.
Yeah, Ron Washington would probably give some thought. The bunt was a good one until it hit the grass and then kicked foul. And I say that because I believe the managers vote for
manager,
the Gold
coaches,
Glove, right? Yeah.
There's also a guy named Ichiro and Torrey Hunter. 2 perennial Gold Glove winners. That ball right there is where it kicked off the edge of the grass. By the way, thinking of the field and Clay Wood and his ground crew, of course, great. I was talking to Animal downstairs in batting practice, and they were very, very excited that Clay introduced the hit ground, the whole ground crew, on our Tuesday night All Access. There's the crew getting ready to go out in the bottom of the third. They'll go out the bottom of the 6th as well. But
Oh, that group works hard, folks. They are here all day. Obviously here until the game is well over. Pennington to second base, but he does the job by getting Sweeney to third with 1 out. So a productive at bat for Cliff Pennington.
Yeah, we were talking in a pregame about some of the things the A's and the young players, and you know, when you're 4 down, you might say, in certain players, you'd say forget about getting him over. You try to get him in, try to keep the inning going with a base hit and RBI. But I think the case of Cliff Pennington, who's really getting a chance to play every day, that's good fundamental baseball for him. Something to learn that's going to help him as years go, and he's going to get a chance to play at the major league level. And so to learn how to hit the ball to the right side, advance the runner, that's going to be important in all games, and especially the close ones. And now the infield back, the A's can get a run early.
Oh, 0-2 to Kennedy. Kennedy walked in the first inning. Pitch just off the plate. Jojima was looking for maybe a swing, but did not happen. And that's a fair ball past Beltre, rolling down the left field line. Sweeney will score, and Kennedy will have a double. So it's a 4-1 game.
It's a thing of beauty. We saw Ichiro take a pitch out of the strike zone. Adam Kennedy, the uppercut swing, sliced it by Beltre. No chance. So the A's, another runner in scoring position. Adam Kennedy with his 51st run batted in. And remember, he missed the first 5 weeks of the season. So a very productive season for Adam Kennedy. Batting average, home runs, runs batted in. Very good year.
Rajay Davis, a line shot right into the glove of Mike Carp. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting catcher.
Well, that's another double. Just robbed by Carp. Rajay Davis hit it very hard, but slicing, and ball was going to end up down in the corner. Here's the double, maybe a triple for Rajay instead. Carp, catch.
Kurt Suzuki takes a strike. Suzuki with a fly ball to right field. Lopez on the backhand, froze in time. So the A's get a run. Double by Sweeney, double by Kennedy. It's 4-1 after 3. tonight at 11 o'clock on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. And we will talk with Tom Ward, who's the University of Oregon sports director. He's going to talk about that fight at the end of the Oregon-Boise State game, which was ugly. And then a live report from De La Salle's football game. Of course, De La Salle, the powerhouse, playing in the East Bay Athletic League. That's coming up with Greg Papa at 11 o'clock over on CSN Bay Area. Did you see that fight?
Well, I saw the sucker punch. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Well, that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't much of a fight.
No, it was.
Hey, by the way, tap on the shoulder and turn around and slug on.
Slug and
go.
But how about you slug the guy who doesn't have a helmet on, and you have your helmet on? It was ugly, folks. The young man who did the slugging, punched the guy, was suspended for the entire year by the University of Oregon.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was uncalled for.
Yeah, that's not good in any sport.
Kennedy gives ground, flips it across. Crosby got him the first time. They may have called Jojima out for running out of the baseline. In fact, I think that is what Ted Barrett called. He kind of made a waving motion.
Number 9, Jack Wilson.
Yeah, Bobby knew he had missed him the first time, and as a result, he went back after him when he missed him. But by going out of the baseline, you have the two white lines, and that's exactly what Barrett called when he hit the grass, went outside. Bobby trying to go back and get him just in case, but Barrett made the right call.
So 1 out. Jack Wilson steps in. Wilson had a 2-run single in the second inning. Quickly 0-2. So Wilson, the 2 RBIs he got in the second inning, just 6 and 7 total. That's with the Mariners. Pennington a long way to his left, on the run, got him, nice play.
That's the second time Pennington has done that, where going towards right field basically and able to square his body around and throw out. This time a very fast base runner, Jack Wilson. This is not an easy play. Have to have a very strong arm, and this was a very accurate throw. And again, twice he's done it, and as Mike Gallego said, and Mark Ellis has said, kid's pretty good.
Yeah.
Excellent play.
It's 2 outs for the top of the order, Ichiro Suzuki. Ichiro, a fly ball to left field and an RBI single so far. He's not made an error yet at shortstop. It's Cliff Pennington. See if Pennington can get this one. Quick throw! Got him! What a play by Pennington!
Wow.
Cliff Pennington putting on a show. We'll show it to you again when we come back. A couple of very nice plays in the top of this inning. We'll show you that last one to you in just a minute. Hairston, Garciaparra, and Ellis. Ryan Rowland-Smith has given up just 2 hits. Sweeney double, Kennedy double. They came in the same inning, and that's how the A's got their 1 run. One and one to Hairston, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Combined numbers this year for Hairston: 16 homers and 53 runs batted in. To right field, but Ichiro's going to get back there in time.
Time now for Carlos Jr. in your face with a double. How about a double in your face? Cliff Pennington definitely putting on a show with a couple of balls up the middle. First, Jack Wilson. A little bit to the shortstop side of second, but how about Ichiro more towards second base, and a very quick release. Good stretch by Bobby Crosby. And Cliff Pennington throwing out 2 very fast runners, what could have been 2 hits, and he robbed both of them. So Cliff Pennington, 2 very good plays. Nice to have the range, and even better to have the strong arm. Be blessed with that kind of an arm.
Well, I think it comes, you really see it when you have to throw on the run like that, where you really have to use really just your arm.
Exactly.
Get a whole lot of body into it. 0-2 pitch. And Garciaparra swings and misses. So that's the second strikeout for Ryan Rowland-Smith.
Off-speed pitch. Nomar thought maybe it's foul, tipped the ball.
Second baseman, number 14, Mark Ellis.
Evidently not. No appeal, no questioning of it.
So Mark Ellis steps in, 2 outs. The first pitch is a bit inside. Out in front of that one, right over the A's bullpen.
Very wisely, they all scattered. No heroes. Get out of the way.
Foul territory, Carp over, and he's going to get there, and he makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down inning for Ryan Rowland-Smith. 5th inning coming up. 4-1 Seattle.
What's on your favorite day?
California.com. Which of these players is most important to bring back for the 2010 Oakland A's? Again, to vote, go to CSNCalifornia.com. Fifth inning, the Mariners holding a 4-1 lead. Franklin Gutierrez bunts it, and he bunts it foul. All 4 of the Mariners' runs came in the second inning. All 4 of the Mariners' hits came in the second inning. Gutierrez is 1 for 2. Popped out to second and had an RBI single in that second inning. Right at Pennington. Gobbles it up and throws out Gutierrez. 1 out for Jose Lopez.
Number 4, Jose Lopez.
So 6 in a row retired by Clayton Mortensen.
And he's back to the ground ball. The last 4 on the ground.
And that was pitch number 60. So he's okay pitch count wise. Actually in pretty good shape. Two and 0. Lopez is 0 for 2. Lopez was 0 for 5 last night with a strikeout. His lineout came with 2 on and 2 out in the second inning, right at Adam Kennedy. Pretty good pitch to throw to him. A 3-1 slider. He's a very aggressive hitter, does not like to walk. He will chase a little bit at any point in the count.
And the old equalizer for Mortensen is the two-seam, the change, or the two-seam fastball, the sinker, and threw one there. All he has to do is just get it close to the plate, keep it in the strike zone so the hitters don't take it, and walk a couple as he did in the third inning with 2 out, or the second inning when the Mariners scored their 4 runs. It's a good idea to step out because Suzuki might have called time because Sweeney had gone after the foul ball, had not gotten back to his position.
Kennedy has it. It's a nice hop. And that's 2 outs. I got him for 5 straight ground ball outs.
5 straight and 9 total.
Number 5.
And the last 3 innings, those are good numbers. Actually, the first, only the second inning when he threw 30 pitches. But the good thing is his recovery, the way he has bounced back after giving up 4 runs. Only the Beltre hit batter. That's it.
Mike Sweeney takes a strike. Sweeney has a ground ball to short and a ground ball to third. And he's now got a base hit to left field. Hit number 5 for the Seattle Mariners.
Number 29, Adrian Beltre.
So Adrian Beltre walks into the batter's box.
You know, Mike Sweeney couldn't wait to get down to first base to talk to Bobby Crosby.
Buddies.
One of the best guys in the game. Actually, 2 good guys there, and Crosby and Mike Sweeney, but had a chance to see Mike Sweeney with the club last year and found out how really great a guy he is.
Beltre, big swing, and he usually does take a pretty big swing. Beltre grounded out to third in his first at bat, and then was hit by a pitch. Pennington charges. Bare hand. Got him. Cliff Pennington is putting on a show at shortstop. The only way he was going to get Beltre was to barehand it, and that's exactly what he did.
And got enough on the throw to get him by a couple of steps.
First baseman, Bobby Crosby.
Four to 1 Mariners over the A's, bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom 3 in the order for the A's: Crosby, Sweeney, and Pennington.
Who?
Crosby, Sweeney, and Pennington.
Pennington. What's he done tonight?
Gold Glover tonight, baby.
I think the Mariners should probably stop hitting his direction.
Crosby, 2-0 pitch, very high, short center, and Jack Wilson makes the pin.
Well, Pennington says it all. Bare hand. Watch the grip as he grabs the ball. And still enough on the throw. Amazing. Great concentration. Watching the ball in the hand. Ted Barrett's love to call him out tonight.
One and one to Ryan Sweeney, who doubled to deep right center field. And scoring on Kennedy's double. And now 3-1. Just 2 hits for the A's. Those 2 doubles. Smith has 1 walk and 2 strikeouts so far. Jack Wilson, the shortstop, has it. So 2 outs.
Well, this Sunday, that's day after tomorrow, the A's host the Mariners. 105, 10,000 fans will get a 1929 Athletics hat, and it's brought to you by Cash Creek Casino Resort. Order tickets online, OaklandAthletics.com, or call 877-493-BALL.
Here's Pennington, who grounded to second in the 3rd. He moved a runner from 2nd to 3rd. Good looking lids.
Sun got bright. Just as started talking about the lids, he put the sunglasses on. Poker tournament tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Are the sunflower seeds?
Pennington waits on that curveball, slices one right field. Ichiro's not going to be able to get there, and it's just foul. So 1-2 the count to Pennington as he returns, grabs his bat. 7 in a row retired by Ryan Rowland-Smith. Slowly hit toward Jack Wilson, and that'll do it. 8 in a row retired by Rowland-Smith. 6th inning coming up, 4-1 Seattle.
Ashby Lumber wants to treat you to a ball game. Ashby Lumber is
Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Please drink responsibly. 6th inning from the Coliseum. Bill Hall leading it off and takes a strike from Clayton Mortensen. Hall, Karp, and Jojima. Hall a double and a strikeout, and he has scored a run. He's behind in the count 0-2. The 1 inning has done all the damage against Mortensen. He's done a nice job of forgetting about it.
10 ground ball outs, 4 flies, and 1 strikeout.
Rajay Davis is going to come in. He's going to get there. And that's the first down.
When you have the infield playing the way the A's are tonight, especially with Cliff Pennington starring, keep the ball on the ground. Let them do the work. Work quickly.
Mike Karp.
The guys very good infielders.
Karp takes inside. Karp walked and scored in the 2nd and hit a line drive in the 3rd. Line drive That was caught by Ryan Sweeney. It's this one hard, but right at Mark Ellis. 2 outs.
I think that's a little strange, and just think about that on the season for Mark Ellis. Normally feeding balls at second base to Bobby Crosby. Now he throws to first base for the putouts.
He's used to looking to his right.
Exactly.
To see Bobby, and now he's to his left. There's a breakdown of Crosby's starts this year. He's had 27 starts at third base, 23 at first base, including tonight, 4 at second, 2 at short. So third and first is where Bobby has been the most this year, and he's done a pretty good job at the corner spots. 1-1 to Kenji Jojima. Jojima, a walk and a ground out in the ball game. And there's another walk. Jojima does not walk a lot, but he's got a couple of them tonight. This one comes with 2 outs. Third walk issued by Mortensen. He's also hit a batter. He's got 1 strikeout.
Suzuki said something. Get a smile from Mortensen.
83 pitches for Mortensen so far.
Now, this visit by Kurt Young is for one reason. That's to give Kilby a few extra tosses. Because for Mortensen, he's been pitching great this is the 4th inning. Since the second when he gave up the 4. It's the 1 hit last inning. That was to Sweeney. Walk this inning.
Kilby loosening up quickly. George been talking about that play in the 4th inning. He was trying to avoid the tag by Bobby Crosby. Called out.
Now wait a minute. Last night when Don Wakamatsu was talking to Joe, and the interpreter.
Yeah.
How did Barrett handle that?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Yeah. But if I'm Don Wakamatsu, I said, if you're talking to Ted Barrett, I don't need somebody to stand between us.
It's a very good question.
As Ty Van Berkeley about to squeeze the 9th inning last night, he said, Don Wakamatsu said, what do you think? He said, do it.
Well, we talked about it, you and I. We talked about it after the game. I thought you made a great point. You said, it's obviously a suicide squeeze. The runner's coming right away. And it's also obviously a forced play at home, which makes it a little bit easier for the defense. But if you get the bunt down, that runner is going to score. Because he's running right as the pitch is released. I mean, I agree with you. I just think that's all you have to do is get it down.
That's all you have to do. And that's actually Jeff Gray threw Gutierrez a very good sinker. And he just happened to bunt the ball, and it would have been a close play had Jeff thrown to the plate. He didn't. They scored the extra run.
Pennington to Ellis, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 6th coming up. The A's will have the top of the order with work to do. They trail 4-1. Bay Area. Full baseball recaps and also 49ers Chargers final exhibition game for the 49ers. That's down in San Diego tonight. And De La Salle coverage. So baseball, NFL, and high school football. That's all coming up tonight. Sportsnet Central at 10:30 on CSN Bay Area. Dave Benz and Jamie Sire will take care of it. Top of the order for the Athletics. Kennedy, Davis, and Suzuki against Ryan Roland Smith. First pitch from Smith is a strike to Kennedy. Pretty good numbers for Smith so far. He's now at 74 pitches. Carp goes a long ways and he makes the play. Kennedy's out. Nine in a row retired by Smith as he gets Kennedy for the first out here in the bottom of the sixth.
Number 11, Rajay Davis.
So Rajay Davis will try to get something going. Davis a pop out to first and a line out to first. High fastball, swing and a miss, 0-2. I like what Davis is doing. Just try to get some control of the at bat here. Smith working quickly.
Now Georgia might be given the sign while Rajay Davis is taking the time getting back in the box. This time he does not. We saw it last year with Jamie Moyer and his catcher, the Phillies.
Well, if a guy's retired 9 in a row and he's working quickly, it's probably a good idea to step out. That's what Rajay Davis did. Curveball lofted towards center. And the right center is Gutierrez. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now batting, catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
So Kurt Suzuki will hit. Suzuki a fly ball to right field and a ground ball to second base. So 0 for 2. The Puka Shells are out.
Only Kurt has the real ones.
Wilson. And that's a nice play, folks. Jack Wilson's pretty good at short, and he just showed it there. 6-3 on the putout. 4-1 Mariners. 7th inning as Clayton Mortensen back to work. And Mortensen, well, he's going to face the top of this Mariners lineup. 86 pitches. So this may be the final inning for Mortensen if he can get through it. Let's hope he can.
I think it would be great if he did to get through this, and 7 very good innings, with the exception of the 2nd inning.
First pitch to Ichiro is a strike down around the knees. Ichiro is 1 for 3. He had an RBI single in the 2nd inning. 1-1.
Hey, how good Cliff Pennington is. He threw out Ichiro on a play that, in most of the 9 years for Ichiro, it's a base hit. Ball over the bag at second. That's a patent hit there. Heading towards first base, slapping the ball left field. So it could very easily have 3 tonight. Pennington robbing him of a hit with a great play up the middle. But this, no doubter. When Kennedy, the third baseman, any third baseman has to play even with the bag with Ichiro. So here it comes.
Yep. Closing in on another 200 hit season. He's also now just 4 hits away from 2,000 in his major league career. So he's going to get 2,000 hits in his 9th season. Franklin Gutierrez steps in.
Seems like all Gutierrez had on his mind tonight is bunting. 4 at bats for him, and I think of at least 3 that he's attempted to bunt. It's 15 home runs. It's almost as if he's saying to Don Markowitz, if you think I should squeeze with the bases loaded, then maybe I should bunt every at bat.
But the notes tell me, Ray, he's also tied for first in the American League with 11 sacrifice. How about that?
Got a big one last night.
Yep, you're right. The Mariners lead the American League as a team in sacrifices. 51 sacrifice hits is what I should say.
Well, and they also, there's clubs who do happen to bunt a lot. They calculate how many times those runners score when they do advance them, which is also a very good statistic. Makes it then worthwhile to sacrifice. You are giving up an out.
And I think in the Mariners' case, they're really just doing anything to scratch and claw some runs because they have scored the fewest runs in the American League. They don't hit a lot of home runs. They don't walk a lot. And they're 8th in the league in stolen bases. So you may say, well, how the heck are they 7 games over 500? Well, they lead the American League in team ERA. And the pitching has been very good. Two and 2 to Gutierrez with Jose Lopez in the on-deck circle. Suzuki 24 steals on the year. He's been thrown out 8 times. He's got a good lead at first. Kennedy, and he makes the play, but it's a foul ball. 94 pitches now for Clayton Mortensen. Ichiro not going. Pitches driven to right field. Sweeney back. Turns around, settles underneath it, and makes the catch.
Yeah, very good play. Made it look easy, but ball hit hard by Gutierrez, yet Ryan Sweeney turned his back to the infield, went back to just the right place, looked up, caught the ball, and made it look very easy.
So Jose Lopez steps in. Lopez is hitless tonight, 0 for 3. And hitless in the series, 0 for 8. To left field, Hairston is going to have room. He's got it. Ichiro was thinking about tagging, but then he slipped as he took his first step towards second base. I don't know if he was going to go all the way to say he may have.
I think he was thinking about it because the ball was to the warning track, and Ichiro hustled back, and right there when slipped off the bag, then put his hands together as if to say he's going to go, and it slipped. But maybe as he slipped, he realized it was Scott Hairston threw out Sean Figgins to end the game last weekend in Anaheim on a fly ball, 9th inning, game over.
First pitch to Sweeney. And a good pitch right on the outside corner from Mortensen, 0-1. Couple of groundouts and a base hit for Sweeney. Sweeney was a late addition to the Mariners lineup. Ken Griffey Jr. was scratched about a half hour before game time. Sweeney inserted in there.
Well, Griff was taking batting practice. And during the batting practice down, and something happened.
Well, he just missed some time with some inflammation in his left knee. Came back a couple days ago.
Now he's excited about one thing. His two sons are playing football, and he said, "Let's see, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's a game." He said because his son is, he said it's sophomore. He says, "What's tomorrow?" I said, "Game day."
That'd be tough to miss.
Raring to go. Oh yeah, but he's got all the videos. I'm sure his wife puts them on the phone and sends them out. He said he's got to check up on his 2014 Heisman Award winner.
All right. He may be right.
And then his 2021. He's got a couple of kids.
I was going to say the genes are good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess the younger one is one probably would be looking at the Heisman Award in 2021. Wow.
Oh, 2 to Sweeney. Broken bat, grounder behind the bag at third. Kennedy throws just in time to get Sweeney, and that'll do it. Mariners do not score. 7th inning stretch coming up, 4-1 Seattle. Clayton Mortensen, his second major league start. But it was the second inning when the Mariners got to him. Jack Wilson, a 2-out, 2-run single, and then Ichiro a base hit. That would knock home a run. And then Franklin Gutierrez would get a base hit. And it was a 4-run top of the second inning for Seattle. So they had a 4-0 lead. A's got their run in the third. Sweeney a double and Kennedy a double. And that is where we are at. 4-6-0 for Seattle. 1-2-0 for the A's. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Scott Hairston to lead it off, and he takes a pitch just a bit outside from Roland Smith. All the games are final in the American League. Texas beat Baltimore 5-1. Scott Feldman. How about Scott Feldman, right? Base hit past Jack Wilson. I'll tell you about Scott Feldman.
He was 5-0 in August.
Yeah.
Is he already won again?
Yeah, he's 15-4. He got the win for Texas. That's amazing.
Scott Harrison getting one by Jack Wilson. That in itself is hard to do.
So good start for the A's here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Garciaparra is low. So Texas 5, Baltimore 1. Of course, the Rangers playing without Josh Hamilton and Michael Young. But they get the win. And they have now won 4 in a row. Scott Feldman is 15-4. White Sox pounded Boston 12-2 in Chicago. Mark Kotsay had a homer and 3 RBIs. Freddie Garcia got the win. Center field, hit well. Gutierrez leaps, it goes over the wall, and it's a home run. He had it in his glove, it popped out and over the wall.
Take your time, Nomar, it's been a while. May the 23rd, so the A's that quickly. A 1-run game. Nomar Garciaparra. He still got it.
Yep.
Low fastball. Straightaway central. And you're right, Gutierrez had it. Great shot there. Is it off the tip of his glove and over the fence? No. Take those anytime.
So now it's 4-3.
Great shot there with the ball just, and the fence did not knock it out of his glove. It just, momentum carried him and right to the wall and flipped it over.
So a Hairston single, a Garciaparra home run, and the A's are right back in the game. And this one's a little flare to center field. Gutierrez got a good jump, and he makes the play.
You know, he could have gone back one more step.
Yep, and that may have made the difference.
Actually, it made the difference because if he'd taken one more step, he'd have been against the wall, and he would have been able to probably catch the ball and hit the wall at the same time. And I would think, hang on, but that little premature jump before the wall. So Nomar Garciaparra, his third. You got John Lester in April. You got Dan Heron in May. A drop in July and August, and a big one in September.
Crosby hits one well, left center. But this one's going to stay in the ballpark. And that's the second out.
A chance on Sunday afternoon with that one.
Number 15, Ryan Sweeney.
Sean Kelly throwing for Seattle. It was Jakabaskis, Lowe, and Aardsma last night. High fastball, and Sweeney is behind in the count 0-2. Sweeney 1 for 2 with a double. Checks his swing. And he did not go, says Bill Wilkie. The average climbing for Sweeney, it's now at 278. Fastball, swing and a miss. And that's the third strikeout for Ryan Rowland-Smith. But a big home run for Nomar Garciaparra, his third of the year. And we're headed to the 8th inning. It's a 4-3 game.
Pitcher, the first 7, and the slider master in the 8th. 13 ground ball outs for Clayton Mortensen, so an outstanding job for him. As Michael Wirtz comes on to make his 63rd appearance. He's the American League relievers in strikeouts with 84.
Adam Kennedy on one hop. And that's the first out. I think Michael Wirtz has a goal. 100 strikeouts. That's my guess.
Number 3.
Pretty good chance to get him, too.
Bill Hall.
Okay, Clayton Mortensen tonight, with the exception of the 2nd inning, gave up 4 runs and 4 hits. He gave up only 2 hits in the other 6 innings. Ichiro last inning, and Mike Sweeney in the 5th. And that was it.
First pitch to Bill Hall is line to left for a hit. Bill Hall with a big turn. So that's his 2nd hit, 2 for 4. Single and a double for Hall.
Number 59, Mike Carp.
Mike Carp will hit.
Just left the ball up and inner part of the plate.
Slider drops low. Detroit beat the Rays 4-3. was a 1-1 game going to the ninth. Detroit scored 3 in the top of the ninth. Tampa Bay scored 2 in the bottom of the ninth. Came up just a bit short. Justin Verlander was the winning pitcher in that game, his 16th win of the year. He and CC Sabathia have 16. Adam Wainwright for the St. Louis Cardinals got a win tonight. That's his 17th. So that is the major league lead. Strike, 1-1. Toronto shut out the Yankees 6-0. Roy Halladay got his 14th win. That breaks the Yankees' 7-game winning streak. Complete game for Roy Halladay. And the shutout.
Guess who just drove in a go-ahead run for the Rockies in the bottom of the 8th inning?
Probably Jason Giambi.
Pinch hitting, base hit, left center.
He was worth picking him up already.
They can hang on to win. Rockies tied. But no longer, as they have the lead.
Rockies need to win that game to keep their lead. The Giants won 3-2 in Milwaukee. So right now it's a half-game lead, but the Rockies have taken the lead 5-4 again at the bottom of the 8th inning.
Amazing thing, something that Jason tried to do so hard with the A's.
Hall running on the play. He's going to try for third. The throw is just a bit late. Sweeney made a very nice throw, but Hall just beat it.
Well, hit very hard by Carp and almost hit Hall as he's had to stop. Probably more of a straight steal. Ryan Sweeney, a strong throw, and without the fact that Hall was running, he would have had him. Now, Ryan Sweeney showing off the strong arm again, though, just a little bit late because he was on the move. Michael Wirtz needs his specialty right now. Get closer to the 100 you're talking about, and that would be the strikeout.
Here's Jojima. Just a little bit low. Jojima, a couple of walks and a run scored. He's also grounded to third. There's the swing.
Well, that's the enticing slider, the one that looks like it's a good strike and then disappears, and that's what Michael Wirtz wants. That might be what he hopes to be the best, or at least the best hittable pitch you will see. Yes, no doubt Michael will go to more of the chase sliders out of the strike zone.
And that one was a pretty good pitch to hit. Jojima fouled it down the third base line. Hall at third, Carp at first. A 1-2 to Jojima. Jack Wilson in the on-deck circle. Center field. Hall tags. It's going to be deep enough as Davis a couple steps back, and that's a big run for the Mariners. It's now 5-3. So sacrifice fly for Jojima, his 20th RBI.
Boy, left the ball up too much, and it was a slider, and just kind of hung it. And Michael Wirtz was hoping for a ground ball, even better a strikeout, but pitch was very, very inviting. Hit deep enough to center field.
So Jack Wilson steps in, 2 outs. Wilson fakes the bunt. The pitch is high. Wilson is 1 for 3. Had a 2-run single in the 2nd inning, and he's grounded out twice after that. The A's got 2 in the bottom of the 7th. The Mariners answer back with 1 here in the top of the 8th. Now to Jack Wilson. Ichiro in the on-deck circle. Pitches in for a strike. Angels won their game tonight. They were down 1-0. Vladimir Guerrero, a 2-run single in the 8th inning in Kansas City, and the Angels hang on and won it 2-1 over the Royals. Strike called as Wilson flips his bat. Thought it was low. James Hoy didn't think it was low.
Yeah, I think James Hoy said, you better swing 3-2. And if Jack Wilson could reach out and grab the bat, he would have done it.
Three-two pitch. Rolls it toward Kennedy. Kennedy's been busy tonight. And that'll do it. A run for the Mariners. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Seattle 5 and the A's 3. $99 in cash every hour and every day in September. Visit CashCreek.com for details. Mariners 5 and the A's 3. Bottom of the 8th inning. Cliff Pennington to lead it off. Ryan Rowland-Smith back out there for the 8th inning. He has thrown 96 pitches. His last start, he threw 113. He's been pretty sharp tonight. Beltre playing in, ranges far to his left to make the play. Pennington is 0 for 3. See, remember we talked about earlier, a little flare from Adrian Beltre.
But the thing about it, as he catches the ball, watch, he just stops.
Watch his legs
foot. But he'll stop, watch this, almost to a complete stop, and this slings the ball across the diamond. I mean, very accurate, but it's just kind of, normally you just throw the ball and you keep going. He stops.
Yeah, he recoils his whole body.
Yes, he does. But he has been very good doing it. I mean, that's where Edgar got it. Mr. Recoil himself, Edgar Gonzalez.
Swing and a miss on a big curve, 1-2 to Kennedy. Kennedy a walk, an RBI double, and a ground out to first.
Well, it's Ryan Rowland-Smith at 101 pitches. You're looking at him, you're saying it's like he's throwing 10 pitches because he's still as effective as he was early in the game. And
he wanted that one.
Yeah, you don't necessarily look at the pitch count. You look at how the pitcher is performing.
Throws another curve to Kennedy, and Kennedy hangs in there. Rajai Davis in the on-deck circle. Fastball, swing and a miss by Kennedy. So he tried a couple curveballs, and then he ends up getting Kennedy with a fastball.
Well, you have to be patient, try to protect, and just right at the last instant could not make contact, stay alive, and so just Ryan Rowland-Smith mixing his pitches tonight.
And the numbers, 105 pitches, his third start against the A's this year. He was the starting pitcher in Seattle in the game where Ryan Langerhans hit the 2-run homer in the bottom of the 10th to win it. So, get a no decision. Big bouncer to Lopez. Flips to first. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down innings. 6 in a row retired by Smith. We're headed to the ninth.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us.
(5-3) ninth inning from the Coliseum. Remember, folks, Breast Cancer Awareness Day presented by Olay Skincare is tomorrow. The first 10,000 fans will get a pink pashmina. It's courtesy of Olay Skincare. Special thanks to Ross, Dress for Less, State Roofing, and the Contra Costa Times for supporting this day benefiting breast cancer research and education. For tickets and information, go to oaklandathletics.com. Ichiro to lead it off in the top of the 9th inning, and he will do so against Jeff Gray. So Mortensen, Wirtz, and now Gray for the A's. Ichiro 2 for 4 with a couple of singles and an RBI tonight. He's 3 for 8 in the series.
It's amazing Jeff Gray would get that much attention. That's pretty good.
I think it's cool that they're Jeff Gray fans.
I do too.
I mean, nice kid. Got a good ERA.
15th appearance. Throwing a good sinker. Hopes to stay in the big leagues, and probably should.
He's got a growing fan base. We just saw. 2-2 to Ichiro, followed by Gutierrez and then Lopez. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Took something off, and Ichiro strikes out.
Well, you know they'll take pictures now because they know very few pitchers strike out of Ichiro, and Jeff Gray just did it.
Number 21, Franklin.
Spun him in the ground.
Gutierrez.
First pitch to Franklin Gutierrez is a strike on the outside corner. Gutierrez 1 for 4 with an RBI single in the 2nd inning. 2 for 8 in the series. Kennedy reaches down, grabs it. 2 outs. Adam Kennedy, a very busy man tonight.
Yeah, between Pennington and Kennedy on the left side. A lot of ground ball outs.
Jose Lopez is 0 for 4. And he takes a pitch down and away. Lopez hitless in the series. Deep to left. 6-3 Seattle. 21st home run by Lopez.
Not the ground ball we're looking for. Wow, ball's crushed.
Yep.
Number 5, Mike Sweeney.
Fastball inner half the plate, and no doubt. Oh,
Ouch.
wow, right over the head.
So Lopez makes it a 3-run game. Mike Sweeney. Pennington, a little surprised he waited for that last hop.
Oh, come on. That's horrible. I knew he was going to say that. Oh, just because he's made some spectacular plays, and he's got to be penalized on that one. He was going to have to hurry and throw because it was a high chop. Wow.
Number 55, Michael Saunders. He's running for Mike Sweeney.
So it's an E6. Michael Saunders is the pinch runner, so Sweeney is done for the night.
I agree with you. A little surprised maybe he waited back, but that is a first error, and I would think if you look at it, you change it because that's a tough error to give. But you know, maybe he charges it and catches it in the air and throws, but he does have a strong arm. But in fact, the ball hit on the plate. That's what a little bit unnatural spin, if you will.
Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-2 to Beltre. Beltre is 0 for 3. He has grounded out 3 times and been hit by a pitch. But it was Kelly warming up. Now it's Lowe. High to right field. Sweeney back a couple steps. Side retired. Jose Lopez, his 21st home run of the year. It's 6-3 as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Postal Service. Priority mail flat rate boxes only from the Postal Service. A simpler way to ship. So it is a save situation. 6-3 the score. And Mark Lowe comes in. So it'll not be the closer David Aardsma. It'll be Lowe. Lowe does have 1 save this year. 2-6 with a 3.14 ERA. He pitched an inning last night, and Derek Barton hit a home run off him. Jack Hanahan now at first base, and Kurt Suzuki leading it off. Bottom of the ninth. First pitch to Suzuki is a strike. Suzuki now behind in the count, 0-2. 6 o'clock game tomorrow night. So an hour earlier. Brett Anderson, Luke French. A couple of young left-handers. Anderson and French. 5:30 A's pregame live. 6 o'clock the ball game on Comcast Sportsnet California. The series will wrap up on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Gio Gonzalez and Doug Fister. Then on Monday, it'll be an off day. The A's will be traveling to Chicago for a 2-game series with the White Sox. Right at Jack Hanahan, just in the ball game. Gets the action early. He takes care of Suzuki. So Kurt Suzuki 0 for 4. The A's have just 4 hits in the game. 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 7th. One of them, Garciaparra's home run.
Number 12, Scott Hairston.
Still 1 out for Scott Hairston. Hairston singled before the Garciaparra home run in the 7th inning. Fastball outside, low, a hard thrower. That one at 98 miles an hour.
Last night's winning pitcher Ian Snell, and sitting next to him tonight's starting pitcher as he leans forward, Ryan Rowland-Smith, sticking around to see what happens in this 9th inning.
Good fastball from Lowe.
Lowe last night gave up a solo home run to Derek Barton on a fastball inside, and Derek was saying after the game, said, "I like to do that all the time." He was just so still and quick and turned on it, and no doubt home run to right field.
Fastball right down the middle, 1-2.
97 mile an hour. So Aardsma, Lowe, take your pick. Both throw in the upper 90s.
Well, Sean Kelly, who was warming up, he's a hard thrower as well.
Same as last night for the Athletics, as they pulled it within a 4-3 game after trailing 4-0, and then saw the Mariners add on. Tonight the A's 4-3 again, make it 3-2. That's right, 4-3.
Yeah,
with Garciaparra making 4-3, and the Mariners added 2 more.
Single run in the 8th, and single run in the 9th by Seattle. Garciaparra is in the on-deck circle. The A's need a bunch of base runs. Ichiro coming in, still coming in, but he's going to get there. He's got it, and that's the 2nd out.
Well, this is how the A's pulled it within 1. Straight away center field on a 1-1 fastball. Gutierrez jumped just a little bit too soon, feeling for the wall, and ball hit his glove and bounced over. I had 2 of those.
Did you really?
Yeah. Only they were clank jobs. They weren't like that. He just hit the palm, went boop, straight over. Thank you. And Jim Palmer reminded me, I think he might have been the pitcher of one of them.
Beltre dives, he can't get it. Garciaparra keeps the A's alive in the bottom of the 9th with his 2nd hit.
That is amazing. He has not played a lot this year, but he's had some good swings. Probably better when he started, whether at first base or DHing. That pitch hitting, because pitch hitting is something he'd really throughout his career not done a lot of, and jumped on a first pitch from Lowe. So last 2 pitches he has seen tonight, home run and a single. Keep the A's inning alive.
Margelis goes after the first pitch, had a good swing, and fouls the fastball back. The rally caps are on. Yankees have seen a little bit too much of the Seattle Mariners this year. The Mariners have dominated the season series. Mark is 0 for 3 tonight and 0 for 7 in the series. Wakamatsu feeling pretty good about his team, and he should.
Yeah, he also gets a chance to come back where he grew up.
Yep.
Spend 4 days. Probably, I wouldn't think, when he's a bench coach last year, he talked about going to the parents' house and mowing the lawn. I don't think coming in for 4 days they would. Of course, knowing Rocky, you might do it. Need your grass cut? Mom and Dad, I'll do it for you. No problem.
2-2 now to Ellis. A's need a base runner. They need Ellis to get aboard to get that tying run to the plate. On deck is Crosby. 2-2. Way outside, full count. Garciaparra will take off with the pitch. Nomar goes, 3-2 pitch. Hit to center. Gutierrez to his left. Now into right center. He's got it. And that's the ball game. So the Mariners, for the second night in a row, defeat the Oakland A's. The final score tonight is 6-3. So the Seattle Mariners, now a season high 8 games over the 500 mark. They are 72-64. The A's 59-76. So the Mariners win it 6-3, the final over the A's. It's time now for A's post-game live with Matt Morrison and Shooty Babbitt. They are standing by in the studio. 6-3 is your final. Mariners over the Athletics.